Influential podcaster Joe Rogan had this to say over the weekend.
You got to get scared that people who are not criminals are getting, like, lassoed up and deported. Horrific. It's horrific.
I don't think that should be controversial.
No, that's not controversial at all. And this is the thing, you know, measured twice, cut once.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy that could be possible. That's horrific.
Last month, far-right commentator Ann Coulter posted about Mahmoud Khalil, the former Columbia University graduate student who'd been involved in campus protests and who is now detained in an ICE detention center. Quote, "There's almost no one I don't want to deport, but unless they've committed a crime, isn't this a violation of the First Amendment?" So again, we're covering these mistakes, so-called mistakes, of people who may not be gang members in El Salvador. Claire McCaskill, I'll give you the final word on this. But it's, I think, well over 300 mistakes, unlawful acts of these people either being pulled off the street or yanked out of their homes and sent to El Salvador or being held in detention centers.
And also, we didn't put Fox News commentator and National Review columnist Andy McCarthy, who's sort of the voice of the right on legal issues, saying this is no way to do it. You can't just deport who you want to deport. There is a process, and says at the end, we are a nation of laws, not men. We are, there it is. The president, however, may not just kick out of the country people whose presence here displeases him. We are a nation of laws, not men. These are voices on the hard right that are actually saying this, Claire.
Yeah. And by the way, we're not at war with Venezuela. So Mika's right. The underpinning for this whole thing is this idea that we're at war with Venezuela and therefore these people need to be deported without due process, without the court's involvement. Clearly, everybody in America wants violent criminals who are here illegally out of the country. End of discussion. Full stop. So let's do it according to our laws. It's not that hard. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. But the other thing, Ann Coulter's point, I don't think we spend enough time on. We have been a beacon to the world for the brightest minds to come to our universities. Many of them end up becoming American citizens and becoming doctors and researchers and engineers. And we have led the world in so many areas because of our higher education system. What Donald Trump is doing right now, he is deporting people not for what they've done, not because they're here illegally, because he doesn't like their opinion. Now think about that. We are taking graduate students and moving them out of the country. They're here legally. They're studying. They have a different opinion than Donald Trump. And Marco Rubio is being his mini-me and actually giving voice to this, that somehow you can get deported in America if you say things we don't like. Yeah. What happened to our freedom of speech? And I really want to underline, I would never, frankly, in my life, think I'd be underlining Ann Coulter. But she's exactly right. And we need to be more angry about that. In addition to the father who they made a mistake and is in a hellhole in El Salvador, we also need to be worried about the deportation of legal students who are here that just aren't expressing their opinions.
Claire McCaskill channeling Ann Coulter and Joe Rogan. Thank you so much for being with us, and go Cardinals.
Check. Okay.
Check.
Still ahead.